Welcome to my project ideas. This is an ongoing series on SAP UI5 projects. And in this particular video, we'll learn how to integrate a video call feature in SAP UI5. Certainly, you need to have basic knowledge of HTML and JavaScript. Also, you need to have access of any IDE. It can be your Web IDE, Business Application Studio, Notepad++, anything else will work here. Also, you need to have a third-party API access. So in this use case, we have Agora for that. So we'll discuss more about it later. And obviously, you need to have basic knowledge of SAP UI5. So we'll jump to an article. This article is written for you, and the link will be added in the video description. In this article, we have covered the theoretical part as well as the coding part of the entire integration. So all the steps are mentioned here, whatever we need for the coding. And now we'll proceed with the integration. So this is the platform for video integration. This is a third-party API. It provides free video call feature up to 1000 minutes, I believe. So you can use this or any other video calling feature like Vimeo is also there. So those particular portals provide APIs and you can use that for the integration, because SAP does not give a default API for video integration. So you need to depend upon the third-party APIs. So what I have done, I have created my account, and once the account is created, you get the application ID, and then you create a project. So you like after login, you visit this portal and you create a new project. And once the project is created, the app ID is there, and in the config file you can find. So while you create a project, you will get these three things: app ID, channel ID, and token ID. These three things are only required for the video integration. That's it. So once you get these, locally as of now we have maintained, but you can maintain it over cloud in form of database, and it can be generated every time for a video call. So you can generate for a particular video call session, and then you can remove it. You can uh, delete it using API calls. So that things are not discussed here, the creation of these API ID and channels. We are just discussing how you can use these and perform video call integration. Okay, so if I jump back, so these are the four files where you need to edit and you need to add some codes. So very first thing is like you have to add these two scripts provided by Agora. And once you're done with that, you can jump to the view and create an HTML core element. So ultimately it is based upon HTML. So no UI5 element will support it. So that's why we create an HTML element. And particularly we have defined a container inside it and a division and called it as participant class, and even the ID is participant for this particular HTML element. And yeah, that's it for this element. And thereafter we have created a few buttons. So the button is for to showcase the remaining time of the meeting. If you have a fixed timing like 10 minutes meeting is there, right? So you have to showcase like what is the time going on, what's the time remaining. So you can make it a red critical color if the meeting is about to end, something Zoom does, something like that. And then you have a button to share screen. Even this feature is supported in Agora, so we have used that feature to showcase screen sharing. You can mute your audio. So suppose you are on video call, you might have used a lot of video call features, right? So you can mute your own, like yourself. That feature is also integrated here. And yeah, mute is something we make visible and invisible on click of each other. And then we have a feature called close call. So these buttons are like in the footer of the page. So if I jump to style, so a lot of things are there. I'm not going to discuss everything, but certainly we have created, like, given option of zoom in, zoom out. So when you pin a particular video section, it becomes full screen, and if you unpin it, it becomes a smaller screen. So in case you want to have, like, you might have seen this feature in Google Meet, right? You can pin someone. The same feature we have also added. And apart from that, others are just defining the container size and all. So if I jump to controller part, so in the very like a starting part, I have defined the channel ID, whatever I have created, the token, whatever I have created, and the app ID. Make sense? Also, we have given like a start time when the video starts, video call starts, and then only the counter starts. And then we have a lot of default code that we get from Agora. Those codes are written here. So we are actually like creating our own video call feature. We are subscribing that particular channel that we have created. And once you subscribe, the same can be subscribed by other members also. And once the subscription is done, you place that element inside the participant division. So that is something that we have done like this. We are appending whatever features we are creating, the video call features, we are appending inside the participant division. This division was created in the view. And this is again the feature of remote video track, remote video player, container. Everything is like a part of something given by WebRTC. So if you just come to the top, you also see Agora is using the same WebRTC feature of HTML and JavaScript. So we have written the entire code inside on after rendering, because the element that we have created inside the view is only like accessible to controller after the rendering of the view. So if I scroll down, so we have something called cancel call, mark complete call. So actually these features can be used to call a database so that you can unregister a particular channel that you have created. So suppose every time you create a call, you create a new channel, and after every completion or after every cancellation, you can delete it out. So ultimately, for UI purpose, we just remove the element and we just remove the player container. This is the function where we are like maintaining the time, seconds and all. So this is the time, minute, second, like hour, minutes and seconds taken with respect to UTC. And it's like in UTC as of now, I believe it is 10:15 something. I'll just make it 10:32. And accordingly, we just perform some mathematical calculation and showcase the same thing there. If the minutes is like very less, then we just showcase the button as critical. On share screen is also a feature provided by WebRTC as well as the Agora RTC. So there also we are passing the app ID, channel and token that we have created, and just publish something called screen track. Mute, unmute is just a small feature where we are calling the RTC that we have created, and we just enable or disable the local audio track. For zoom in and zoom out, we just move the element from one size to another size. If you see, the size is 640 to 480, now size 320 to 440. So the size is changing, that's it. That's the all code we have written in the main controller file. The code is shared within the article that we will be sharing within the video. So if I run this particular video integration, I'll turn my camera on. So you can see me in the video. You can even see the timer running down below. 008 is going on. I can click on share screen. I will share the entire screen. The same feature that Google Meet provides is being provided here. Fine. So this button is there, unpin. If I unpin it, it will come down to this particular section. So it makes the you can use the entire screen and can zoom a particular person. If someone is showing and someone is talking, you can just pin that person. So I can even stop sharing. It takes some time to stop the sharing feature, and I can just mute and unmute like this and close the call. So yeah, that's how the video integration is done in SAP UI5. I hope this is very helpful to you. You can create your own video uh, calling feature. You can create your own Google Meet like application. Thank you very much.